Dallon is a first-time caller out of Washington. Dallon, welcome to the show. You're on the air. I mean, Dylan. I keep calling
you. You got it, second time.
Yeah. Dylan.
How you doing, Jesse?
All is well, sir. How are you?
I am doing excellent. And I apologize. I got two little kids chasing me around, so you may hear them in the background.
Okay.
So following up on what you are suggesting on a regular basis, which is we need to all start getting involved.
Yeah.
Because we've been standing on the sidelines too long waiting for Donald Trump to save us. And I took your advice and I started poking around my local GOP, seeing how it's organized. And I stumbled across something which I think is very relevant and potent to the entire country, which is I think the entire GOP is a sitting duck for reform. And I think I can explain specifically how to take it over, which is and this is the same. Just a second. Can you stay with Mama? Can you stay with Mama? All right, Jesse, I'm going into another room.
Okay.
All right. So every precinct in the country has some form of precinct leader. In Washington State, it's called the precinct committee officer. And these are elected positions, and they're for each party. So each party is supposed to have one. And they're essentially the legislative body of the party. They elect the party leadership. They define what the party platform is. And if there's like a vacancy, they're the ones that come together and choose who's going to fill that vacancy. And they're typically where political candidates are drawn from.
Right.
Now, like I said, it's an elected position unless it's vacant. And what I found out, at least in my county, and I'm pretty sure this is indicative of my entire state and probably the entire country, is that 2/3 of these positions are vacant.
Wow.
Meaning two-thirds are appointable, which means voting majority within the Republican Party is appointable.
Amazing.
All you got to do, if you call your local GOP, every county has a GOP, and every state is going to have a different name. So my state is precinct committee officer. Some states it's like precinct delegate or precinct county person or whatever. I think if you ask regarding the precinct leader, they should figure out what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If it's vacant, you can get appointed for it. And to make it even more vulnerable and more of a sitting duck, only the ones that show up get to vote, and barely anybody shows up.
Yeah.
I spoke with my district chair. 17 people showed up to vote him in when he got voted in.
Amazing. I read a report a couple months ago now that in California, there are Democrats winning these seats, these positions, and they're going unchallenged. They don't even have any Republican challenging them at all. And I'm like, well, no wonder. And that's why we got to get folks involved. We got to get some good, decent people back involved with our government, or it's just over for us if we don't.
I agree. And then the reason that I want to emphasize this, because obviously it's better to get like an elected position as a legislature. Clearly, that's a better position than a PCO. But the threshold for entry for this is literally showing up and raising your hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's so many vacant seats. And if we get enough people in each county, like, you know, we're all sick of these neocons and traitors and rhinos in the Republican Party.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're probably all Democrats. Well, if we want to kick them out, if you become the legislative body of the Republican Party that's sitting there, vacant, sitting duck, wide open, if we go at it en masse, the Republican Party would have a new face tomorrow.
And so are you going to do it? Are you going to do it up there?
I've already done it.
Right on. And what, did you get it?
Yeah. So let me tell you the story. So I called in, and first of all, the people running these things, and again, I'm projecting what I saw in my county and presuming it's around the rest of the country, and I don't think I'm wrong, is that, I mean, the average age has got to be 75 for the people who are actually showing up to this thing.
Yeah.
They could barely send me the document. I had to reformat it myself because it was all messed up. Filled out the document, sent it in. The next week I was appointed.
Well, I remember I used to speak at a lot of Republicans events and things like that, and it was always older Republicans. I'm like, where are the young folks? The Democrats are training the young people, and they're
Yes.
putting them in positions and things like that. But the Republicans tend not to get young people involved in the party, and it's really needed.
It's super needed, and I think we don't even need to listen to them.
Right.
Because if there's so much vacancy, like I said, if you can get 15 of your buddies to show up and apply for this thing, and suddenly you're the voting majority,
yeah.
well then.
Well, you know what? I got to run, Dylan, but we'll definitely look into it. Thank you for that, and let me know how it goes for you. All right.
All right. Thank you, Jesse.
God bless you, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's easy, folks. You just got